Chapter 4. Lest They Not Come Home. We're returning back to the territory of the filthy humans. Does anyone else... Seriously though, do you guys get any sort of feeling that there might have been cut content there? It's just weird how we skipped like halfway across. In a game where you move so slowly. Like, look at how far these guys came. Didn't they start in Skoger and get to Frostvell? Like, they moved like a few inches. It's like the fact that the biggest amount of movement happening so far happened off camera between that one tower and suddenly being at Grofheim seems weird. Anyway, this is Chapter 4, out of what I believe are 7 total, so it's arguably the midpoint of the game, although who knows what that means, because the chapter I just did was longer than the previous 2 chapters combined, and we'd have no idea if that's the new norm or not. Well, doesn't he just look like the most irritable man you've ever seen? What did I tell you, Rook? The man has a crazed look about him. He stands, axe pointed in your direction, on the other side of a dozen men. Ekkill, you son of a bitch. Remember what I said? Think carefully about what you want. This is what you get. Ekkill walks away, leaving you to deal with his thugs. Well, yeah, I have no idea what the outcome was going to be of the several different choices I could have made back there. Wow, look at all these adorable characters. Aw, they're like level 2 and stuff. The funny thing is that they have all the equipment. Yeah, I've gotten this far with the Varl, and that entire crew still doesn't have any equipment, do they? Whereas this crew, they're all weaker little human characters and so on, but hey, their entire group has equipment. That's nice. And we have a return of Rook's really fun ability. We'll see how it goes. I do like the tactical use of Rook. Oh, I just noticed people have different outlines. You see that? If I'm looking at this correctly, it appears that most of the characters have a gray/black outline. Yeah, mostly gray. But it appears that Oddleaf has a blue outline, while either Hogan or Mogan here has a red outline. There's a green one over here. That guy's brown. Yeah, the actual outlines of these characters vary from character to character. That's kind of weird, actually. Huh. I kind of get it with Oddleaf, in Oddleaf's case, because it looks like an attempt to make her look like more calm colors, but for other characters it looks a little bit almost like a cheap, like, sort of color switch, almost like a mistake. Let's see, where's the bad guy? Is that the guy that set them after us over there? Or is he elsewhere? He might not be around here. A lot of people just casually watching a fight, though. We find ourselves in desperate times in every campaign. Alright, we have 6 characters. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total characters. Is that... Those are Thrashers. Just double checking to make sure that... Because I think it was pointed out that he left us, and it does appear that he is not one of the current members here. Since they're going to group up right in front of us, it just seems to only make sense to just get ready to charge them head on, more or less. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do, is group up over here. Try to make a big ol' mess of things. Maybe I'll put you over here. There we go. Let's see, going by turn order, it's going to be these 2 first. Let's get Rook out of the way. Oops. Let's see, Rook is the very last, of course. Get Trigby up here. Yeah, I just don't want Rook standing in the way of people that might move. We'll see how this goes. Howdy, folks. How y'all's doing? Alright, your special ability is Battering Ram. Not the most exciting skill ever. Also gets counterattacks. Also, really high strength, which is an exception around here, so it's extra interesting. Let's see here. Seems to me the smart thing would be to get into the middle of them, because then I can attack this guy on the right, and then a Rook can get me to also attack the character over there. Ew. Only 2 damage in both cases to either his armor or his strength. Alright, well I can at least put a dent in how much damage he can do to me. Oh, he was next. I should have checked that sooner. Because now he's just this character that I failed to account for properly. Well, I can certainly do what you just did. Oh yeah, we're gonna want. In fact, we're definitely gonna want to do that. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna likely do much damage. But this will let me put a dent in a few things. It's gonna be weird trying to get used to using a different character altogether. Let's see. Right now, at least a few characters can target that guy, but this guy's gonna be free to roam around with more strength than I want him to have, so let's work on that. There we go. He's neutered. Oddleaf currently can't hit that guy, so he needs to back off. But he'll be in range soon. Let's see, I'm gonna have Rook tell everyone to attack that guy soon, so I'll actually have Oddleaf attack this character instead. Take a chunk out of him. There we go. Making extra sure that he'll be weak. Because Rook's gonna deal with this guy in a moment. Let's see. Oh, we could do some counter sniping. Preemptive counter sniping. There we go. Now Rook will be next. Oh, hey, stop that. Rude. Alright, Rook. Let's make a big ol' mess. There we go. 3 people attack at once. It's effectively a chance to get extra attacks. And do you have... Oopsie. Do you have the ability to... No, you don't have attacks that hit extra enemies nearby. That's not the case here. 6? Yeah, he has 6 strength. I can take a nice chunk out of that. So I will. There we go. Like usual, this really boils down to a lot of damage control of trying to take out characters that have more strength early on than I want them to. Please be the 80% and not lower. There we go. Alright, a lot of characters with less power now. He's got... Alright, let's just turn those on. Alright. 2, 4, 4, 2. Everyone nearby is pretty weak. The other sniper is a little stronger than I want them to, proportionally. But these 3 over here are going to be a danger. Oh yeah, I'm likely to do a lot of damage if I go after any of these people. Just giving the tougher enemies over there extra moves, really. I think I'll just get in position to be ready to attack soon. Because they're going to be coming in. Oh, they're going all over the place. Alright. Oddleaf cannot get in range to attack the other sniper. What's your ability again? We haven't seen you for a while. Cause a trap. There's been better options. Let's see here. I could position it next to one of my oh yeah, put it next to my teammate over here. It's not like he's going to be walking around. I'm in the wrong position, right? Yeah, I need to move a little bit first. Here we go. They're probably going to go after my varl, so let's just go ahead and make a trap. There we go. Ineffective. There's definitely an enemy density level when you have a lot of humans where suddenly it is kind of a problem to have so much screen dedicated to health bars because they're not even spaced out enough. Alright, the arrow trap worked, but it only did 1 damage, so it's not exactly exciting. And I can't reach him to do a mark prey, unfortunately. But I can get in range to shoot peeps. That's always fun. I can do that from right back here, actually. Low opportunity for damage. Not a lot of opportunity to break armor either. I don't really have armor breakers in this crew, do I? Maybe I'll get lucky here. There we go. We're plicking away at his attack. Let's keep that going. I could break armor to make him easier to hurt. Let's see. Let's work on that armor. It's just too high. But yeah, I really need a composition of armor breakers in my party. You're probably gonna go next. Let's get you right down to 1. There we go. Yeah, they're gonna keep trying to surround Ivor. So we need to try to be ready. Just turn in Trigby. 4 damage would not be bad. Let's get right down there. Hooray for extra range. Plink. Let's see. There is currently... The enemy has 2 7s and a 9 right now. So I'm going to continue to try to stall them as best I can, by and large. 1 damage each of these guys. I can raise that to 2, but that's about it. 50% is garbage. Oh, I can hit this one just fine. So let's do that. I think we've more or less... I think we're winning at this point, yeah. I think we're unlikely to do too poorly. I'm gonna try to get in position to attack this guy now. Because he's the 9, which worries me. If I lower him a lot, then a lot of characters will have too much armor for him to even hurt that much. Ivor can take a lot of hits. Alright. If I approach this guy, how many people are in range to hit him? I think Oddleaf can hit him, right? Because it's diagonal across. So if I go for Mark Prey, which I do have the power for right now, yeah. Not only can I block his forward momentum walking around, because my character's in the way, but I can Mark Prey for at least 2 characters. There we go. Double sniped. Oh, a deflection. Bummer. Ow. Rude. These guys with their attacks. I'm all out of will now. It's time to just sort of flick away for a bit. Wow, 4 armor. That's not good. We're on Mogan now. I can barely see him in there. This character's the next person to target for strength, but our ability to hurt him is dropping dramatically. Yep. Yeah, Mogan's not going to be able to pierce armored characters at this point, really. But I can keep working on that. Alright, 3 and 2. Their main threats are a 6 and a 6 now. There's a 4, which is not great either. Alright, Oddleaf. Ah, 40%. 90%'s better. That's better. There we go. It's weird, you kind of stop seeing individual units, and you just see everyone by their strength value, and you're trying to optimize your party's strength versus your opponent's strength. It's a completely different type of turn-based combat than anything I've played before. Once you're dealing with it on that level, wow, he took 5 health damage and he's still not down. He'll be down very quickly though, soon. His chances are not great. At this point he has 4 strength, so it's not a terrible idea to just take him down. So I'm just gonna do that. There we go. Oh, he finally went down. But yeah, the enemy's power to hurt us is dropping. That's a bummer. He's not going to be worth much for much longer. Trigby's handy, though, for his pokey powers. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much out of strength across the board now. There's the 4 over here is actually the toughest character now. Ah, chance of success is so crap. It's so crap. Is there anyone I should go after instead? You're most likely to succeed. You've got a good chance too. Alright. Let's probably move. I just want to get away from this guy a little bit. There we go. Pop that up to a 2. There we go. Another 1 on their team. Oh, he can charge through a varl too. Oh, he's going all over the place. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 wounded characters here, which is bad. But they're all up in my business, man. There, that's 60% better at least. There we go. Alright, now they should all be at 2 or less now? Yeah. Alright, now we just start killing things, basically. Just go after anything that has a reasonably large number of hit points and take it out next. Ow. That guy has an armor break stat way up there. Let's see. This guy's a reasonable target. This guy's ignorable right now. Poke. Doesn't really matter who I hit because you can't unlike a lot of strategy games, you can't actually interrupt their actions here. They'll just, if I kill whoever's going next, that just means they're going to slot somebody else in to go next instead. Oh, it's Oddleaf's turn. I thought it was somebody else's turn. 20! Whoa! 80's better. Well, so much for 80. Oddleaf might go down. Chances are pretty iffy right now. Alette. 60. Come on. Take him down. Yes. One less of dealing with him. Thankfully, Rook is scary, apparently, because his damage is way up there. Alright, it's because he's... yeah, these three have taken, like, no damage, so their chances of everything are pretty high. This guy's the big armored character, so he's the best person to target before... because other characters have trouble targeting him that have lower strength. So getting rid of him now is good. Oh, there she goes. I tried. Alright, I can still sneak up on this guy. Poke! Yep, they're not going to kill anybody else at least. But yeah, 3 of us are down. Granted, that's better odds than they have. Pew! 8 damage, jeez. Ow. You're gonna stop hitting my daughter now. It's not good. There we go. Alright. The people who got opportunities for promotions were a little out of whack there, obviously. I'm gonna have fun upgrading Trigby though, that spear is good to use. It would be super fun to use in the Varl campaign too, but the Varl are so big that you can't really stand behind them. So a one tile range bonus isn't as useful immediately as it seems here. I hate to admit it, Rook, but you're right. We can't stay here. If we're not murdered in our sleep, it's only a matter of time before the dredge find their way in. There's nobody defending these walls. You spot Alette looking at one of the thugs. She cocks her head to the side. Dad? I think he's still alive. Ivor lifts him to his feet by his tunic. He groans from the pain. This guy again. Why did Ekkill try to kill us? He's a damned lunatic. Figure that yet? Why would Frostveller's chieftain put a madman in charge of his guards? That what he told you? He never put Ekkill in charge. Soon as those gates were shut, Ekkill walked into the Great Hall and sliced open the chieftain like a narwhal. Saw it myself. Ekkill wasn't a captain. Look at him. He was playing us. Can't say I'm too surprised. This whole place is a death trap. Where can we go? By now, the dredge have already flooded the south, I'm sure. Wormtoe's the only thing that makes sense across the waste. I might know someone there who can help us. And the dredge probably won't follow us out over into the waste. They didn't in the Great Wars. Because the death sentence. Food's already running low. I know where Ekkill's keeping his supplies, I'll tell you. If you take me with you. I was gonna say, what's the catch? Isn't that the catch, though? That we take him with us? How do you know where the supplies are? Ekkill would have us bring scraps to the refugees. Why would he do that? If the dredge found live bodies, he thought they'd leave the city alone. That's the worst thing. Get the supplies, and there are plenty of fighters who are desperate to get out of here. That might solve a few problems. If we're lucky, it'll get a chance to... If we're lucky, I'll get a chance to put a dagger in Ekkill. Either way, he's going to feel it. Suddenly running out of food might change his plans a bit. What's your name? Onef. Why do you... Just wanted to know whose face I'm going to break if things go wrong. Well, Pressure's up for that guy. Hope you're right about it. Alright, so the supplies are right up top, but we might as well investigate our heroes. Or actually, maybe before we do that, there was a market. What kind of stuff are they selling over there? I'm not going to worry about buying supplies, because I'm literally going over to raid supplies, and that's hopefully going to work out. Ooh, look at that. A rare crystal that, when struck, creates a pleasing sound, often strung on weapons and with melodic effect. +2 will per kill would be pretty effective, because it'd be a chance to do a whole bunch of bonus damage. Not a whole bunch, two bonus damage. But it could be handy. Valka thread, +1 armor per turn. Whoa. That's really good. Fabled armor sewn with thread woven by the early menders are said to restore themselves over time. Wow. That could be really handy for continually making someone hard to kill. Bale's locket. The silver locket reveals a tuft of white fur that must have been precious to its owner. Just 2 willpower in general. Name Jay's ring. This ring was once worn by one of the great kings of men to symbolize the unification of his people. 2 strength resist, +1 will per kill. So it's a mixture. It's the will per kill, and it gives you 2 strength resist means 2 less strength damage, I assume, right? That you take. Spore. I don't even know what letter that is. I was gonna say I thought it was a D, but then the next letter was a D, so I'm even more confused now. But I'm gonna call it Spordrecki Blur or Bure. A gleaming gemstone that seems to drive enemies into frothing rage for no clear reason. +2 to draw aggro, and 5% dodge of strength attacks. The dodge is crap, but the drawing aggro could be handy for certain characters that we would like to be attacked actively. But, I really like this thread idea. I may grab this. Even if it seems like it's a lot of renown to spend. But I really like the idea of having it. So I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to regret it later. Yay! Did I ever level up? Nope. Yeah, they weren't around to get kills. Say Trigvi. It costs 10 to level them up. Oddleaf's not ready. Alette is ready. Ooh, Alette's first rank is ready. I should probably do that then. Give her some armor break, maybe. Unless I want to do that with Trigvi or something. Now his armor break's as high as it's going to get. Yeah, let's go ahead and level up Alette. It's our first increase. Give her that armor break. That seems plenty handy. Maybe a bit of extra strength to do more damage at range. Oh yeah, just let her apply more willpower early on. That could be a big deal for wounding somebody really badly early in the fight. At this point, no one else can get promoted because these were both rank 3 promotions. Yeah, now everyone's level 2 in this main party at least. Who's Onef? He's got... Oh yeah, he's one of those guys that goes charging through the group. Run through. The backbiter selects a target and then runs through multiple spaces to reach them, causing 2 armor damage to each character he runs through, then stops behind his target and stabs them for normal strength damage. This allows the backbiter to move through both friend and foe, giving him the highest mobility of any character on the board. The backbiter is most useful when hunting down ranged or weakened enemies hiding. Run through 2, 3, and 4 tiles. It's good for mobility. There's definitely a question of whether or not I want to replace somebody else with him or not. It's a little tempting to use him instead of Mogan. Because Mogan has the flailing attack, which could be fun ultimately, but I don't know if I want to keep that around. Though it's just as tempting to remove an archer with their wounds. God, -3 strength is pretty rough. But he's so armored that I think I want to keep him in. So I think I'm going to take out Mogan. Because he'll be down to like 8 right now. So let's take out Mogan and replace him with Onef. Oops. And switch his way up to the front. There we go. Yeah, we'll give Onef a shot. Is Mogan using a trinket? Nope. I don't think I have anything to give to him. Nope, because no one's rank 4 for this thing yet. I'm holding on to it for later. And that's a rank 5 item. Oh, I forgot about this one, yeah. These are both great to have for making 2 characters really hard to kill. We have so many trinkets in this campaign compared to the other one, go figure. And supplies. Onef leads you to an inconspicuous building. This is them, he says to the handful of guards inside, who lower their weapons. In a concealed basement, you find an enormous store of food and sundries. Grab what you can, he mutters. Take what you can and get out, make multiple trips to take everything. Take what you can and destroy the rest, jeez. It's tempting to destroy the rest because you can wipe him out, but at some point intentionally sabotaging other humans or other varl seems like a mistake when the dredge are around, because we're just making the job easier for the dredge at some point. At least when we're taking stuff, we're taking it for us, like we get to keep it. But if we literally destroy it, then we're just being destructive, and that's having a negative impact on everyone's chances. We're just gonna take what we can and get out. The entire store of goods would take you a long time to gather. You have each person in the caravan make a pass through and take what they can. Before too long, Onef has led you out of the city with his trusted fighters. You prepare to leave the city behind. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go great. We're not gonna get caught at all. Wait, are we not gonna get caught? I kinda thought we'd get caught. Got our renown, got our supplies. Should I be buying more supplies? What impact would that have on my days? Days worth? Yeah, 1 day. Yeah, that's not gonna help me. Outside the walls, things are a mess. Dredge are everywhere. Fortunately, they're going around the hill on which Frostvell sits, heading south, and show little interest in following you as you cross into the wastes. You're finally free of Frostvell, but find yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever ever knows at Wormtoe is willing to help. Huh. That was ultimately less eventful than I thought it was going to be. I thought Frostvell might be an entire chapter of itself, of a whole bunch of internal politics of a chaotic town with multiple factions warring inside of it, like some Game of Thrones craziness, but I guess we just kind of wandered in and fought him for a minute when he turned on us, then took some supplies and left. Alright. Well, it's going to help us get on the road, I guess. A well-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. Upon your arrival, the farmer and his workers stand defensively within plain sight, crude weapons at their ready. Their crossed arms make their thoughts clear without a word. Jesus, you can talk about stealing the livestock? Or we should just try to get them to come with us, because everything's dangerous here. I gotta try, right? Come with us. It's not safe here. You warn the farmer of the approaching dredge, but the man spits and says, "This land is my life. I lose that, may as well be dead." The farmhands slowly nod their agreement, neither joining you or lowering their weapons. I'm not going to assault random farmers, even if it might be a smart idea. I'm gonna leave them alone. What's his is his, you say to the caravan. No sense fighting those trying to protect themselves. Grumbling bounces around the clansmen, but the caravan is once again moving. I'm probably gonna hurt from the lack of supplies. Yeah, now our morale's low. The caravan is buzzing with worry. In the distance, someone has spotted a large number of dark figures following you. The dredge, cries one woman, but something about it tells you they don't look quite like dredge. Gods be damned, chokes Onef, standing on one of the carts to get a better view. Worse than dredge, that's Ekkill. The news spreads through the clansmen like wildfire. Ekkill? Why would he... starts Oddleaf. Unless he's after you, Onef. He's insane, interjects Onef, and unpredictable. There's a good number of fighters with him. Your mind races considering what to do. So we can either try to run away, or get ready for a fight, or literally just go charge him right now. God damn it. I don't really take him for the work things out peacefully type of guy, honestly. Huh. How many people can he have? How how big of a group is following me is what I'm wondering. I wish they would mention that somewhere in this paragraph before I make a decision, because right now I have about 550-ish troops. Is he really following me with like half 1,000 people, or is it just some jackass? Let's try to work things out. I don't know if this is going to work. I doubt it. He's supposed to be insane after all. Onef and your allies leave the caravan at a determined pace. There doesn't need to be bloodshed, you shout as he approaches. Why, Rook, my good friend, he replies, throwing his axe to the ground. We come to parley, not kill. I doubt that. Why would I believe a word you say? Rook, we're good friends. We were good friends. What happened? You tried to kill us. Just go back to Frostvell and leave us alone. Ah, Rook, it's your pretty girl. I'm glad nothing happened to her. With the dredge, I mean. My friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Broke into my city, took my warriors, took my food, took one of my best men. How are you, Onef? Did they treat you well? Shove it up your ass, Ekkill. If you came here to kill me, then let's get it over with. Nothing like that. You must think you know me or people like me. What'd Onef tell you? I'm crazy? Yeah, what gave us that clue? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what had to be done to make it in Frostvell. The only mistake I made was you. What kind of man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me. A man worried about his daughter, maybe. Just making his way. But then, look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you. Fight for you. Why? What kind of man are you? The kind who does what needs to be done. Then we have something in common. But unlike me, they gladly follow you. Why do these people think... who do these people think you are? You saved them, you're a hero. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, Ekkill? I'm your prisoner, Rook. Bind my hands. Frostveller's done. I can't survive there thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have cut my throat, but you sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is that some kind of apology? You can't trust me, I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners, if that's what it takes. How do you take an army as prisoners? How does that work? Ekkill looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. God damn it. Well, this is exactly how you test what I was saying a second ago when I was talking about things, about not doing things that hinder the entire human race in this situation. If we abandon him, there's a good chance that they'll die. And that makes it easier for the dredge, potentially. But bringing him in, there's like no reason to trust him, which is plenty problematic. Ask Onef his opinion. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave him. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. Damn it! You didn't make this any easier for me. I think I'm about to Morgan this situation, aren't I? I think I am. I just gave a speech about how it's a bad idea to hinder humanity. I might be opening myself up to a betrayal, but at the same time, all the word of his savagery... I mean, yeah, the warring stuff happened, which you kind of expect, but a lot of the most graphic description of his savagery is coming from this guy's word, but we don't have any more reason to trust him, either. In both these guys' cases, they're just taking actions that help them survive. He told us where the supplies were not to help us, but because he saw us as a chance to escape the place where he was no longer welcome for whatever reason. And Ekkill is doing similar things. He's trying to escape what's going wrong. And what concerns me the most is just the fact that Ekkill has men. And in particular, I would like to not make all of those men die because he's a jackass. Ah. I might regret this. Let Ekkill join you on strict terms. We need fighters. You fight the dredge just like the rest of us. You fight for everyone now, not just yourselves. And if you even look the wrong way at a single man, woman, or child in this caravan, there will be no hesitation about killing you on the spot. You do us a greater honor than I had hoped, Rook. These people are right to follow you. You will have no trouble from us. I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. The caravan eyes them suspiciously, but they try to fit in, following your orders. You expect to hear complaints about this. Things are definitely becoming complicated. Becoming, yes, and they haven't been up till now. Well, we have even more troops. Now we're up at 600-ish, and morale's only dropping. Okay, we need to stop now. I've never even seen it get that low before. It looks like somebody's literally dying of cancer in the corner of the screen. Poor morale. It does not opt... It's not a good sign, but I feel like we should try to recover a bit. It's Hogan and Mogan, or is it just Hogan? Oh yeah, there's Mogan over there. Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields, you understand? Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right. So you get married, have kids, now I'm supposed to settle down too, yeah? What happened to... The two brothers climb up as you approach. That's right. I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. I just noticed that Mogan has a scar. There's one detail that lets you tell them apart from each other. Rook, what brings you around? I heard yelling, came to check it out. You come running every time you hear yelling. Must be why you look so tired. Look, it's not secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Heh, forget it. Listen, all this death. Every night, half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook, be honest. This is a good living. Half the world just tilling the soil till they keel over. What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You could go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all this. I'm not sure I agree. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear. You can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense. Or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick. Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for a let. Promise you on that. Or Oddleaf. All yours. Appreciated, Mogan? You depart, unsure whether your opinion of Mogan has changed for better or worse. Don't tell me what my opinion is. Yeah. The problem with his whole mentality is that, like, yeah, let's just fight and struggle all the time. Well, yeah, but you still have to eat. Even during war, you still have to eat. In fact, all those supplies from the farmers and everything just become more important because you have to feed an army all of a sudden. If we have constant war, but all the farmers are being killed by dredge, then that just means everyone starves at the end. And then we're fucked. Let's just try to improve a little bit, huh? There we go. That's at least a chance, but now, of course, our supplies are worse off, so sure hope we hit a town soon. Whoa. We were like 1 second away from an event, apparently. You find a surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently they think Radormir, the sun god, has come back. They're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others as you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join their tribute. Let's see. I mean, there's no reason to decline, right? Why not be nice? Accept their offer. Bravely, you give the offer a chance. When you apply the oil to your skin starts to burn like a hot brand, but you bear it. It doesn't reveal any secrets of the universe, but the worshippers are impressed by your courage and gift you more oil to take. Inspect the Godstone before moving on. Nobody can really agree on what Radomir looks like, or looked like. As fond as he was of his own isolation, he never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radomir was always one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how his godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried-out lake. Conspiracy! After some rest, you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road. Ooh, an item. Alright, have fun dying, everyone. Bye! Dredge take you all. Really a bad idea to stay here. Alright, we're back on the road. Let's take a look at the map. I have no concept of where we are right now. And I'm curious, just for... Even though I can't usually impact anything, I'm just curious what it looks like. Oh, yeah. So this whole area is called Setterlund. And this is... We're leaving Frostvell and heading towards Wormtoe. It looks like we're more than halfway there now. Can I look at Setterlund? They had such high hopes for Setterlund. The new kingdom of man and varl, they called it, rounding up anyone who yearned for land of their own. Whole clans and families took the caravans and banners to the untamed frontier. Then the Nordfelling lake disappeared. The trees withered beneath Arctic winds, and the crops would not grow. They were headed towards Wormtoe. In the foothills of the Wormscale Mountains, the varl created a small town beneath tall pines, overlooking the Nordfelling wastes. Few come here, aside from those looking for seclusion. Well, we could use a little seclusion after what happened to us over back there. Oh. And going from Frostvell... Yeah, our trip so far throughout this entire story has taken us from Skogar and now to Wormtoe, which is actually halfway to Grofheim. Is that where this is going to end? Are we going to ultimately meet up with the other party? I would kind of suspect that, although what the hell do you do with your characters at that point if they do meet up? Oh geez, I just thought of something messed up. See, there's two parallel storylines, and I would kind of expect them to encounter each other at some point. But if they do, then we're gonna have a number of usable characters that's totally out of whack with what is actually happening, like what you can use in combat. So now I'm wondering if something really horrible is going to happen to both of our storylines where a bunch of people die, and then what the remnants of the two parties combine into one party. I don't know if that's reasonable or not. So we're crossing the Nordfelling wastes. The Nordfelling were not always wastes. At one time, a lake sprawled for hundreds of miles until the land cracked beneath it and the water drained over generations, leaving a featureless, frozen desert. Within, curious explorers found the remains of the godstone Radomir, and wondered how it got there. What if all the godstones are not actually... What if they're crazy space meteorites? What if that insane meteorite cracked the continent and leaked the lake out? I don't know. I will say calling it Nordfelling certainly suggests that this entire place is a place where people die. Not the most optimistic name for a region. Alright, onward. Those circling birds, something must be dead below. Seems like they're circling oddly high up, though. Oh geez, we jumped ahead in time. I just realized we're on day 71. I might have to check my footage of chapter 2 to see how much time passed. How long were we in that town if we're now on day 71? Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleaf is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tagged the birds once or twice. Get lost. No dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. You can ask her to be careful with her arrow usage, or just let her get her aggression out. Yeah. Let's help. Let's join her in shooting the vultures. We need some catharsis. Everyone's morale is crap. First person to knock one out of the sky gets their wish granted, you announce. Several of the caravan give it a try, including Alette. Enjoying the sport and turning it around about morale, it's no big surprise when one of Oddleaf's blue feathered arrows brings down a bird. You know, says Oddleaf, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes she's excited about the idea. I think I'm gonna start training them how to fight. I mean, that's the best chance we have. Everyone needs to have some use around here if they can. Otherwise, we're gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna encourage Oddleaf to train the women. Otherwise, yeah, like everyone's being attacked by the dredge. Even if they don't turn into an actual army, they can hopefully defend themselves a little more. We can always use more fighters. You tell Oddleaf. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddleaf gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. Yay, morale! It doesn't look like morale actually got any better, though. It's still weak. I think we're just gonna arrive in town with barely anything left of our morale, and that's just gonna be the fact of it. Because it keeps dropping again, and we can't keep resting to fix it. A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large, wounded varl. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. Welp. We could try talking to him. He might be hostile and crazy, or he might just be starving and desperate. We can help if you want. We can help if you want it. In a heartbeat, the varl is on his feet and swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear as the cudgel smashes through the trunk of a tree. Your party scatters to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the varl is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood, which you decide against following this time. Well, he went feral, apparently. Was that the town? Are we gonna make it? Just in time to go crazy? Those are just trees. That's not a town. Or is it a town? It could almost be a town. I'm not entirely sure. Jesus, we are at poor morale again. I can't keep stopping. We only have 5 days of food. No encouragement or tales of glory will lift the spirits of the caravan. In the north, we have times like this, says one of the varl. The other giants grin, raising tankards and horns of mead. Scowl, they shout, and make short work of their drinks, explaining that each person takes a drink when someone tells a story that is more miserable than the last. Others join them for the second round, and mead is passed your way. No, we need everything we can for morale at this point, honestly. Join the giants in their drinking. Taking the mead, you shout, Scowl. The crowd cheers, and laughter echoes through the camp for hours as each person comes up with increasingly more absurd stories of woe. The varl's remedy is a success, and the caravan is at much better mood the following day, albeit hungover and with less mead than before. Yay! We're actually... Wow, we have normal morale. That was really effective. Oh, there it goes again. Still, the super weak morale's rough.
Wormtoe was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the varl living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
I was just hoping that if any kind of fight comes up, that will at least not be at minimum morale. The varl find you before you see them. Not surprising. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they immediately know why you're here, but back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Krumer. Let's meet a new friend, hopefully. Oh, there he is. Oh, old man. Well, I'll be damned. Krumer, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Bad news. Dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the mead house. As you follow the old varl into the meager town, you catch him quietly saying, If it were anyone else.